For so many people, technology isn't just about making life easier, it's an absolute lifeline. It's the bridge that connects their inner world to the rest of us, giving them a voice when they physically can't speak. So today, we're going to dive into the incredible world of assistive communication technology.
Seriously, just stop for a second and think about that. How would you ask for a drink? How would you tell someone you love them? How would you even tell a simple joke?
You know, for a lot of people, especially for nonverbal kids, this isn't just some thought experiment. It's their everyday reality. And that frustration, it's huge. It can lead to feeling totally isolated, not because they have nothing to say, but because they just don't have a way to get the words out.
All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with that frustration of silence and move to the tech that gives people a voice. We'll check out all the different tools, the journey to actually using them, the amazing potential they unlock, and what a future of real inclusion looks like. So, how do we build that bridge from silence to communication? Well, it all starts with a 3-letter acronym, AAC.
That stands for augmentative and alternative communication. And the most important thing to get here is that AAC isn't one single device. Think of it as a huge umbrella term that covers everything, all the tools, all the systems that help support or even replace natural speech.
And that range is so important because everyone's needs are different. There's no one-size-fits-all solution. So let's open up this toolbox and see what's inside. The spectrum here is pretty amazing. On one end, you've got super simple, low-tech stuff like picture boards or sign language. No batteries needed. Then in the middle, you have mid-tech devices, like a button that says a single pre-recorded message like, "I want juice," when you press it. And then you get to the high-tech end with powerful tablets running special apps, or even mind-blowing eye gaze systems that let a person build sentences just by looking at the screen. But here's the thing, just getting one of these devices, that's really only step one. The technology is just the tool. Making it actually work, well, that's a deeply human journey.
And this brings us to probably the biggest fear, the number one question that parents and even some educators have. If we give a child a device that talks for them, will they ever even try to speak on their own?
Okay, so the answer from years of research is a clear, loud, and resounding no. It's a totally understandable worry, but the evidence just doesn't back it up at all.
In fact, all the research points in the complete opposite direction. AAC can actually help speech develop. Think about it. It takes away that intense pressure to speak. It gives the child a perfect model for language over and over again. And by cutting down on all that frustration, it opens the door for more interaction. And that's how we all learn to communicate, right? So, this is why having a real plan is absolutely key. For kids in the school system, this usually gets formalized in what's called an Individualized Education Program, or an IEP. It's all about getting parents, teachers, and therapists together to create a solid collaborative game plan. And look, parents are maybe the most important part of that team. To really be a strong advocate for your kid, you can go into that meeting prepared. Do a little research on the options, really nail down your child's specific strengths and needs, and then formally ask for an assistive tech assessment to figure out the best fit.
Okay, so once you have the right device, the real learning begins. First, the expert team helps find the perfect fit. Then, and this is so important, everyone who talks to the child has to learn to use the device too. You have to model it constantly. You talk to the child with the device. You react to every single button press, even the mistakes, to show them that their actions have meaning. And you make sure that device is always available. I mean, it's their voice. You would never let its batteries die.
And when all these pieces come together, wow, the impact is it's life-changing. It's nothing short of transformative.
I mean, just listen to this story from Eileen Lamb about her son Charlie. The app didn't just give him a way to communicate, which was huge. It actually encouraged him to start making his own sounds because he would try to copy what the device was saying. It became a bridge to his own speech, not a wall blocking it.
And that's the heart of it, right? This is what we're talking about when we say a voice unlocks a world of possibilities. Frustration goes way down. Social skills and real friendships go way up. You see confidence, independence, and a whole new world of learning just open up. A voice literally changes everything. But, and this is a really big but, there's a huge hurdle to clear, the cost. Some of these high-tech, eye-tracking devices can cost more than $10,000. That's why support from insurance companies and school districts is just absolutely essential for so many families. So yeah, getting past that price tag is a massive piece of the puzzle. But the future of all this, it's about more than just building better gadgets. It's about building better, more supportive communities for the people who use them.
The research is pretty clear that the most successful programs are the ones with a consumer-focused approach. All that really means is that instead of just creating tech and handing it over, the developers and therapists work in partnership with the families who are actually going to use it every day.
And it just makes total sense, right? When you treat parents like true partners, the solution has what researchers call a better ecological fit. That means it actually works in the real, messy, chaotic world of family life. It helps you spot problems early, tailor the training, and in the end, families are way more likely to stick with it and succeed. At the end of the day, the broader goal is to make getting this kind of help feel, well, normal and positive. There are even social marketing campaigns designed to do just that, to remove the stigma and encourage parents to get the tools they need without any judgment.
So we have the tools. The technology is here, and it's getting better every single day. The real challenge, the question we're all left with, is this. How do we build the communities that are truly ready to listen, to engage, and to make sure every single one of those voices is finally heard?